So this is going to be the show day, or peak week, peak day, whatever. It's going to be another video. I've got to stop trying to think what they're going to be, because at the moment they're not coming out as the way that I expect them to be. So fast forward to, we are just reached Birmingham. We're en route to our hotel, so we're going to get checked in. I actually need to jump in a super quick shower, just so I am my last little piece of freshness before my tan. And then it is basically rest, eat for the rest of the evening. Gonna catch up with some Netflix and chill.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I forgot what that means. So Mum's with us in the back. Obviously we've got a lot of stuff, but it's a lot more organised than the last couple of times.
Yeah, it's good. It's packed neat.
And then obviously good old trusty Zane. The Zane
on the cam.
yeah.
Zane's gonna be on the cam.
But yeah, one day out. It's it's finally here. I'm gonna show. My gym shedded gave me a jumper. It's the only one that has glitter on it, so if you can see that. None of the other shedded hoodies that they sell have it. It's actually got my name and my Instagram on the back as well. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's do this. It's show weekend. Woo! So we're in the hotel room. Me being slightly anal and liking things to be a certain way, I'm just kind of unpacking everything and organising it. So we're going to use the desk as our like food area, because Zane's obviously on prep and he's currently like at 6 meals and we're here for 2 days. So yeah, we're just getting that all set up, and then we'll get a meal in. We've got a little bit of time to rest before I have a quick shower, and then we're off for my first tan, so I can be nice and brown. And then yeah, but we'll take you through it. Obviously over the next couple of hours, hopefully everything will really get nice and tight. And then I have my thing I'm most excited for, which it may not look appetizing because it's just really dry, but it's actually oats with flavour drops sweetener. And then I went and splashed out a little bit of Gavi de Gavi, which is one of my favourite white wines. It's a dry wine, which I'm actually a fan of anyway, so this kind of suited me perfectly. But it's an Italian and it's really nice. So Gavi de Gavi. Perfecto. But yeah, so I will see you in a little bit.
We're live.
Yeah, well, normally I would close this up, but I'm actually just going to leave it for a second because time is of the essence. 40 grams of protein. Shoo, 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 shoo. The density of the cream of rice in comparison to the protein is insane, isn't it? It is 40 grams, isn't it?
Yeah. I can make it myself, but she just likes making it for me. Just wanted to let everyone know that.
And then we're going to mix, and it's going to start to get congealed again because we need to make sure it all gets mixed in. And then we'll add a bit more water, and hopefully it'll give it a bit more volume, a bit more of a sludgy consistency. And once I've made this, I made it all look pretty, I'm going to tuck into some white fish and asparagus.
To be fair, you might not actually have to add in.
Sloop, sloop. So it doesn't have the same volume and thickness that it has when you do it at home, but it is still...
No, not strawberries.
No strawberries?
No, on this one. That's nighttime one.
Okay. This one did
It's just 50 grams of blueberries.
Nuts and almond nut butter?
Yeah. Almond butter and no nuts.
No nuts?
I don't have nuts on it.
No seeds? Sorry.
No, no seeds.
40 grams. 50 grams. Sorry.
This one's quite basic, this one.
I like making the even one. That's my favourite.
Yep. Do you want me to do it? Yep, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Let a professional do it.
Now I prefer to do this with a knife normally, but I can't bother to get the knife, so.
20 grams. It's not done it.
The reason I prefer to do it with a knife is because I feel like you can drizzle it better.
It's alright, and just whack it in there. That's nowhere near 20 grams.
I know.
Oh, okay. It's not even a gram. It's like someone took a poo in my...
Oh, actually, if you want to see something that looks like a poo, let me get out my...
There's
oh!
20 grams. That's fine.
Let me put that there for a sec.
Whoa. I'll bring it over to the light.
Sludge. Yummy tasting sludge. My feet popped up.
That was a sign. What you got there?
I got 100 grams of spinach, 100 grams of white fish, and 75 grams of asparagus.
It's a nice hoodie you got there as well.
If you're local to the Wootton Bassett or Swindon area, you should definitely check out this gym, Shredded Fitness. They have some unique piece of equipment that you don't see in a lot of the commercial gyms. It's also a lot smaller and less busy than you'll get in your average like pure gym or Simply. So give it a little look, have it a little check out. We're going to get my base coat of tan. I've got like teeth whitening strips on. Making me talk like I've got braces. Mum's coming along. What are you coming for? Is you dehydrated?
I'm coming to look like the chubby person.
Yeah,
the skinny
chubby.
people.
This is my mum. So many years ago we did this for her for the first time, and she was competing for the first time. What are you pointing at?
Oh yeah, I know what I was like,
It's
didn't hear the
coming
ding.
But yeah, it's taken me 5 years, but this is my inspiration for competing.
Right.
Together.
Hi guys, this is my natural skin colour. This is how I was born. My knee actually got cream there. It's the evening before my show. I am eating my final meal, which is the driest bowl of oats I've ever had. Don't know if it's gonna. Obviously you can see I've been like carving into it, but it's literally made with like so little water and then just left to sit. But yeah, so the driest bowl of oats. I've got my white wine to hand. I'm sipping a bit of water every half an hour. Everything else is in. I've got the love of my life enjoying his food next to me. And yeah, we made it. It's I can't find my angle. It's finally show day, or show time almost, kind of. We've actually got a really early start where I'm getting my tan at 7:45. Then my makeup at 9:30, and finally I'm getting my hair done at 10:15, and then I've just got hours to wait. Because of that, I've also got to get like my first meal in before, so probably wake up at 5, check in photos, although my coach is here in the hotel. I'll send the photos because I'll be up first, and I'd rather not wake them up, you know. Probably go through my eye walk once or twice. I'm actually going to do that in a minute, but I don't think I'm going to film it for this just because it's just a lot to set up. But yeah, and the next time you see me, it will be showtime. Good morning, happy show day. The time is finally here. I woke up a while ago, but I laid in bed because there's not much I can do. I've got an early tan appointment at 7:45. But first, of course, coffee and meal one, which is going to be some whitefish and asparagus. But yeah, I'm so excited to meet everyone today, and I'm so excited to absolutely go out there and shine today with everyone. And I hope everyone else is waking up in the same mood. That was me just talking through my Instagram. But yeah, I'll go into a bit more depth for my YouTube. So I get a coffee. I'm using the cup rather than... I'm using the cup because I am actually only allowed an espresso. Just let me grab my water so I can drink it.
Is that your water?
Oh, water. I actually have all the bottles ready to go in the car. When I come off stage later, where I've been depleted for so long and I have a new show, before I eat anything, I've got to get the water back in me. So I've got to drink like a litre at least of water before I start eating any of the goodies later. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a whitefish meal with asparagus, and that's just to settle my stomach. I'm going to take the only pills I need to take, which is just like a handful of them today rather than the normal shebang, just because it's show day, so it really doesn't matter what you know, the work is done at this point. And then we're gonna get going to the tan. Also, I've obviously already done my check-in pictures, but because of the tan, they are in the nude and not included in this video. But I'll take you along with me as much as possible today so you can see my first ever show day. PCA, first ever, 12th of June. I did it, took me 5 years, but I'm here and I'm competing.
They add money on my monthly payments.
Oh. So we've arrived back at Emporium for the second tan coat so I can get more orange. I still got my teeth whitening in, but I just wanted to, let me take this out. I just want to jump on and be like, or talk and say this like whole experience has been something that I've waited so long for. I was not in the right mind space when I first decided I wanted to compete, which was like 5 years ago. And to kind of, I've achieved this and got to where I am now and made it this far despite the lockdowns and, you know, the world being in something completely unimaginable, like a global pandemic. And it's literally the stuff like that I only thought happened back before technology, like when we had mass plagues. and is like a zombie fan as well. This is the kind of thing I thought would only ever happen if we messed up and actually were, you know, going into a zombie apocalypse. So the fact I managed to compete and I've managed to get my body into the condition that it's in is just insane for me. But yeah, I've kind of just been really focused on the show, but at the same time I've not felt nervous, and it's not because I think, oh, I've got this in the bag and like there's no doubt about me winning. No, it's not because of that. It's because I've kind of adopted the mindset that realistically I've already come so far by getting to where I am, and there's nothing I can do about placings and stuff like that. And to be honest, until I'm there and it's actually happening, what's the point of getting butterflies and getting nervous about it? I'm a big fan of Ant Middleton, who is the dude that if you've seen like SAS and stuff on TV, but he writes books, and that's how I found out about him. He's got something about this called the fear bubble, which is where until something's actually happening and you're in that kind of fear bubble, the seconds when it's about to happen, there's no point panicking and overthinking about it because you can't do nothing about it. He used to describe it when he was working in the SAS and he was about to go into like a high risk situation where bullets would be flying past his head. He literally would not panic until he'd opened the door and stepped in, because until he'd opened the door and stepped into the room and there's bullets flying past his head, he doesn't have anything that he can worry about. He's safe up until that point, and I've kind of just adopted that. So maybe it will change later, but for the time being I'm good. I'm gonna go get my tan and then head off to makeup and hair, and then pop my feet up for a little bit more resting ahead of the show later and my feast tonight. So yeah, I'll speak to you later.
So can we just put it somewhere else?
Yeah.
I put it over here because I didn't want it going on my new clothes.
You put it under the bed?
What?
The shredded stuff.
Why?
Can you just do that, please? Well, my bag of clothes is there.
You definitely want that picture, Nina.
So it is 2 days now post-show. I took some time over the weekend to enjoy myself and just, yeah, spend a bit of quality time with my loved ones. But now it's back to it. I've done my first cardio session. I'm having my meal one, other than like supplements and coffee, which is a 5 egg white omelette with some 100 grams of spinach. I've got really orange hands, kind of not the palest face, but kind of pale face, and my body is still quite tanned. So it was an amazing experience to be able to get on stage for the first time finally. And although I didn't place, which is obviously a little bit like disheartening and disappointing, because you put so much effort and time, and you know, you really like give it your all, and then for it just not to kind of turn out that you win, that is obviously a little bit sad. But I think something that I'm more kind of interested in, or kind of know that I benefited from this weekend, is the fact that I've now got one, got some stage experience. Two, I've already started to now have a list of things that work well or don't work well with my specific body that we wouldn't have known if I hadn't stepped on stage. I've also got time now to kind of go again, come back better before my next show. I think as well, as much as it would have been amazing to win my first show, you know, it would have been like something that's so motivating. The idea of bodybuilding is that you continually grow and improve, and I think all it did is show me that I do have areas and things that I need to improve or better before I come back. And it also gave me the time to kind of experience what it is to be a bodybuilder and to get on stage and get glammed up and kind of present yourself, and it gives me something to work forward. Why are you standing there watching me like that? So obviously, like, bodybuilding is something that I've wanted to do for so long, and due to like various reasons, I've never been in the right place or with the right the physique to even, you know, begin starting a prep, let alone actually complete one and then step on stage. So it's a massive personal win to have got that far. I guess you can say it's like lit a fire. I was told quite a few times that like once you experience being stage lean and getting on stage for the first time, you want to do it again and again. And obviously I'm lucky that I've already planned to have a second show. But I can understand why, especially if you don't win, because it's almost like you've got something to prove to yourself, and I guess that all adds into the mix. But in saying that, I think it will just be the one more show for me this year, which will be Two Bros in 19 days time, so it's just under 3 weeks. Obviously I'll do that show, and then I will go into a growth and improvement year, which I'm actually really excited about. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've been able to go and kind of get my strength back up there. Like, I don't even know what my current strength abilities are, so it'll be really exciting. And then I'll document the next 3 weeks just to kind of finalise my first season of competing, and then I will go into a new series, which is going to be my off season prior to my second season of competing. That's a lot of words and a lot of priors, but yeah, so onwards and upwards, and I will see you all in the next week.